It's here, back to school. Summer is over and we are heading back into the classroom. Today we're going to talk about 10 things to do before that first day of school to make sure you and your family can get started on the right path. Hello, if you are new here, my name is Jacqueline Poole with Mod Assistants. We are household management and business admin experts, and our team of personal and virtual assistants help our clients in their home and in their business. Before we fully jump into fall, let's take a look back at summertime and remind ourselves of all of the great things that we got to experience this summer with our families. So the first thing to do before heading back to school is to organize your summer photos. If you sit down and look through your phone, we guarantee you there are tens, if not hundreds of photos of you, your friends, your family from the summertime. We suggest scrolling through, deleting photos that are duplicates or might not need to be kept in the long run. And we also love to use a photo app to print some of our favorites. There are lots of affordable or free options out there, and for us, we really love Walgreens. If you have a Walgreens near you, you can very easily download their app and print to the Walgreens store, run by and pick it up next time you find yourself in that neighborhood. If you don't have a Walgreens near you, we do suggest Shutterfly or Snapfish because those are affordable options that can be shipped directly to your house. But take a few minutes, look through those photos, and print off some of your favorites just to have around the house to remind you of what a great summer this was. Next up, let's spend some time organizing our digital life. And this is going to come through in 3 separate parts. First, let's declutter and organize your email inbox. Whatever email you use for communication on behalf of your children's school system and also your children's activities, we need to get into that inbox and get rid of everything we don't need. We are sure after the summertime you have hundreds of emails in there, notifications that you really don't need, and just have not had time to sit down and delete or declutter. So let's spend a few minutes getting rid of those emails and making sure to unsubscribe from lists that we don't need to be on. These days, we've noticed that a lot of the school systems send important information through email to the parents. And if your email inbox is bogged down with hundreds of unnecessary spam emails on a daily basis, it's likely that that important email from the school is going to get buried and you're not going to see it. So just a few minutes now before the school year starts to unsubscribe and declutter your email inbox. Now let's take that a step further and set up some folders, filters, and labels for your kids. This is going to be especially helpful if you have more than one child in the school system or with activities outside of the home. Set up a folder or a label for each child and filter your email inbox so that emails from their teacher, from their school, or their activity automatically flow through into that folder. This way, when you sit down to check your personal email on a daily basis, you go right to that folder so you can see those important emails first. Trust us, this will help so much as the days get busier as we get into the fall back to school season. And the last step to make sure we are digitally prepared for the new school year is to familiarize yourself with your school's online systems. Just like email is now the preferred way to communicate with your school system, a lot of the times they have apps or websites or online systems that they will give you access to so you can read important documents, sometimes see what your kids are doing in school, lists of activities, basically the information you might need as a parent. So be sure to go through your emails if you've been invited to these systems. Or if you haven't found out which systems you'll need, you can contact someone at the school so you're set up ahead of time. You're set up now before the school year even starts. You can bookmark these pages on your computer or on your phone so they're really easy to get to. and make sure you know all of your logins. Of course, it's hard to keep track of usernames and passwords these days, so find a secure way to keep track of those login details. So when you need it, you're not running around searching for what your username and password is. Next up is to prep your home. We're not going to go into too much detail about prepping your home in this video because the first video in our Back to School series talks all about this. We list out different areas around your home that you can prep now so that it's really easy to have a successful school year. So we will be sure to link that video. It'll pop up right here along with our Back to School playlist so you can see all of the tips and tricks that we've covered so far this year. Now let's talk about you as the parent and how you're going to stay organized and on track with everything you need to do throughout the day. This is where it can get really complicated if you are working inside or outside of the home, if your spouse is doing the same, if you have multiple kids in different schools with different activities. There's a lot going on. So take the time now, before the year gets started, to create an organizational system that works for you. This is going to look different for everybody. If you are a pen and paper type of person, get yourself a planner. We love the sugar paper planners available at Target. They are really affordable and they have tons of different options based on how you yourself like to plan. You could have a full planner that details every month, daily, weekly, so you can be really detailed and plan out your days and your weeks. There's also some great options for just small notepads where you can take notes, write out a to-do list, if you like to have something a little bit more compact. If you are more of a digital person, you could of course keep it as simple as using the calendar on your phone. There's also a ton of apps out there that can really help you to organize your schedule, your family's schedule, everything you need to get done throughout the day. There are countless options out there. So whether you are pen and paper or digital, figure out what's going to work for you, what you're going to stick with throughout the year, and get yourself set up for success now before the school year starts. Along with your organizational system, you might also want to plan out some routines. Routines are really helpful for yourself and especially for your kids, so they know what you expect from them in the morning, in the afternoon, what they need to plan for throughout their day. We love printable routines. It just helps us to keep the to-do list out of our heads and on paper. We'll have a link in the description below for some printable routine options for yourself and your kids. You don't have to have a printable. This could just be a routine that you write in the notes of your phone or something you simply keep in your head. What are the steps that need to get done for you and your kids every morning, every afternoon, every evening to make sure everything is getting done? The easy summer days are really fun right now, but we know as fall gets started, school is back in session and activities are back. It's going to get really busy as soon as the kids get home from school. So we love to have a book of our favorite go-to recipes so we don't have to think about it if it is a really busy day. Another one of the videos we've done in our Back to School series this year is 10 breakfasts and 10 lunches that are really easy to prep ahead so you can feed your family in a pinch. We'll be sure to link that video up above. Of course, it's nice to have some cookbooks with some go-to recipes, but we love to have our own notebook with recipes we know that our family likes and recipes that we have a lot of the ingredients for on hand on a daily basis. So we printed up our favorite recipes, put it in a binder, and stored it next to our favorite cookbooks. So again, it's really easy for you to grab when you're having a busy afternoon and you haven't thought about what you're going to make for dinner. This is also something that's really nice to have on hand if you do work with one of our personal assistants. If they are grocery shopping and preparing meals for you, it's great for them to be able to see some of your family's favorite recipes so they know what to shop and prepare for you on a weekly basis. Be sure to clean up from last year's school year. Now, this might seem a little bit crazy for some. Perhaps you already did this at the beginning of summer when you were flushing out the last school year. But for some of us, Our kids might have put their backpacks and their homework in a closet somewhere and have not looked at it since last school year. So now's the time to really go through, clean up, and get them ready for the new year. Go through their backpacks, clean them out, get rid of any of those extra notebooks or folders that are ripped or papers that were saved that don't necessarily need to be saved. Get rid of all of that and start fresh for the new school year. While you are at it, clean up and make sure you have all of the extra supplies you need at home. You probably already went through the list that the school gives you with all of the necessary supplies your child will need to bring to the school with them: pencils, erasers, pens, notebooks. All of that is ready to go and packed up in their newly cleaned backpack. But now let's think about the supplies you need at home, the extra supplies that are not necessarily on that list from school. This could include water bottles, lunch boxes, labels for all of their items, a container for all of their artwork, extra backpack perhaps, all of the things that might come in handy as you're getting into the school year. Make sure you have a small stockpile of these items to keep things moving really easily as we get into the school year. And that is it. We are ready for back to school. We had so much fun this year with our back to school series, and we hope you truly enjoyed it. The link to the full playlist will be in the description box below, and please leave a comment for us letting us know what you are most excited for the new school year. We will see you in the next video, and until then, thanks for watching this one. Bye-bye.